Okay, I'm here with Alex, and Alex, you've got an annex, a QCB annex to show me.
Yeah, what we've done is we've gone to town on this one. This is probably our biggest investment in any product we've ever developed. It's a granny annex that doesn't need planning permission. It's portable, it can be craned, you can lift it with a crane, which we will demonstrate, not today, but we will demonstrate that to you.
Yep.
So this building, as you can see.
So this building, which is, it's fairly compact, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
So, and unlike the other QCBs, it's got two walls on the front.
Yes, because there's a bathroom in there.
So that's the bathroom on this side.
And there's a bedroom down this end.
And a bedroom there.
So, as I say, what the beauty of it is instantaneous. If you want to put somebody in your garden, don't worry about planning permission. We can build this in a couple of days and you can have it really quickly.
And that's, so it avoids 8 weeks of, well, planning. It's always longer than that, isn't it?
The quick story, the two things that have driven me. A lady phoned up and says, my mum, who's not very well, lives in Felixstowe. I live in Cambridge. I want to put her in the garden. How can we go about that? Now, we know how to do it. We've built lots of garden studios. It's an 8-month journey through the council. So it just takes months of dragging on. So this doesn't need planning permission. You could put a speedboat in your garden, you could put a car in your garden, you could put a caravan in your garden, you could put one of these in your garden. It's called chattel. It's a right that you have to do. So going back to that lady, it was demonstrated to us that we had a couple buy a studio from Cornwall to put in their garden. The whole process, not through our fault, but through lots of other reasons. One, the cost. So what did they do? They went looking for another cost. I don't blame them. Why wouldn't you? Two, the planning permission. They had to go through all the planning permission, all the building control. Three, they then decided to come and buy the studio. So we had to design it, we had to build it, and we had to fit it into our schedule. The whole process took about 14 months. The gentleman, died within 2 or 3 weeks of the studio being built. And I thought, what a waste. 18 months. They could have been living with their children, enjoying the last years of their life. Instead, they had to get rid of this house, they had to get planning permission, they had to building control, they had to get 20 other quotes to make sure they were buying the right studio. So what do? We've made a studio that's cost efficient, doesn't need planning permission, and you can do it instantaneous. That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah.
So shall we show you?
Okay, yeah, let's have a tour. So yeah, so there's a wall, a window, then your door, a window, and then your wall.
Yep.
And presumably one of them tilts for ventilation.
Yeah. Oh, the two would tilt. This could be separate rooms.
Okay. And presumably this is that a bed or a sofa or?
This is a day bed, they call. This is, well, I mean, we don't supply these, but we're trying to demonstrate what could be done.
Right.
So we've put a day bed in here. This day bed turns into a double bed. Pull that out. That's got 2 mattresses, and then push it back, and you could pull 2 mattresses. So if you had somebody staying over, or there's 2 of you, you know, this studio size is basically built for 1 person.
Right.
That's what we're thinking. But if you had somebody staying over, if it was a studio.
So, well, the thing about this, you know, I know that phone call obviously made a big impression on you, but it's a problem for kids coming back from university.
Yeah, it's a problem all over the country. You know, people want independence. They want to be separate, but then, you know, it's like, well, I know, because somebody lives in my garden. Irene, 74 years old. She lives at the bottom of our garden, and the biggest thing is loneliness. She's not lonely. She comes up to the house. She doesn't come up every day. She comes up maybe 2 or 3 times a week. But she can come whenever she wants.
Yeah, when she wants. Yeah.
And she interacts with the family. That's the key thing.
Yeah, it's priceless, really, isn't it?
It is. So this is the word that I'm using is temporary and loneliness, the 2 key words. Because this is a temporary solution.
Yeah.
You could build this, we could build this. My goal is to build this in 2 days. We could come into your garden and build it in 2 days. We could crane it in, but it would still probably be 2 days work by the time you put the drainage and all the levelling and everything. The craning gets over the planning permission.
Yeah, yeah.
So whatever way you're looking at 2 days before you could move in. Yeah. But that is instantaneous, isn't it?
Well, that's amazing.
so you take that, and then you take a really good price, because every nut and bolt is being worked out. You know, the way to look at it, we're trying to Ryanair this type of business.
Yeah.
So we're going back to our suppliers. You can only have this kitchen. You can only have our bathroom.
Yeah.
You can't have this wall somewhere else. You can't have that window somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
This comes as it
is. Yeah.
And
Did you want to give me a quick tour of the layout then, and then we can chat about each bit individually?
Yeah.
So obviously this is
The
at
bed.
the moment you're treating this as a bedroom then, basically, aren't you?
yeah, this is the bedroom, living room. This is the single room. So there's a bedroom, a living room. So you could sit here, read, sleep.
Okay, there's a little table there,
This can double as a couch.
and the view from this end of it is got a TV, all important TV,
Got the wardrobe.
and a wardrobe. That's quite a big double wardrobe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so there's room for a wardrobe and a bed and the chair. So obviously you're going to have stuff. So we've got drawers, wardrobes, and place to keep your stuff. So then you come into here,
And then you've got your kitchen.
got a kitchen. So you'd have a hob, a plug-in hob, halogen hob that you can cook on. You've got your sink, you've got your fridge, you've got a microwave. Again, we don't supply the white appliances. So,
Yeah.
you know, get them off AO.com, cheap as chips, get a problem, bang, they'll take them back. We design them to fit AO.com.
Yeah.
So
And then opposite your kitchen you got.
table, so you could have two-seater table. So easy, cook, eat. And then obviously everybody needs a bathroom. So in here, let me step out one.
So you've got, is that the boiler cupboard here?
So in here we've got a boiler, that's a 50-litre boiler, that'll give you an 8-minute shower.
And the loo,
The loo,
and the
the
sink,
basin,
and your mirror, and then your
shower.
shower.
We've got grab rails,
Okay.
so the grab rails double as towel rails.
Yeah, so for a single person it would be,
If you were a student, this would be heaven, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
If you can put this
yeah.
down the bottom garden. This is 20 foot wide. That's, you know, most
6.1 metre.
most houses, one of these would fit at the bottom of the garden. You know, you'd have to have a really narrow house for that. And obviously there are houses that it's not going to fit, and we can't help that. We
Yeah.
can't make anything.
Well, you say that, if it doesn't fit across the bottom of the garden, it could fit
It-
long way.
yeah, it could go long ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, then we can start and discuss the options with this building of how you can extend it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fantastic. Thanks, Alex.